Good morning to you, dear neighbor, and welcome back to the Morning Minute Meditation. Thank you for joining me for the ride this morning. I'd like to talk to you about work ethic. The importance of work ethic in a believer is delineated in the scriptures by the writing of the Apostle Paul. He made this statement in Ephesians 6 and 5. Servants, be obedient to them that are your masters according to the flesh, with fear and trembling and singleness of heart, as unto Christ. In other words, my work is not done for the job or for the boss. It's done for Christ because I am a Christian. In Colossians 3:22, again, the great apostle said, servants, obey in all things your masters according to the flesh, not with eye service as men pleasers, but in singleness of heart, fearing God. In other words, my work that I do is unto the Lord. Thirdly, in the book of 1 Timothy 6:1, he said, let as many servants as are under the yoke count their own masters worthy of all honor, that the name of God and his doctrine be not blasphemed. In other words, if I call myself a Christian and folks know that I say that I am a Christian and I am a time thief and a lazy worker on the job, then it is understood that Christ is blasphemed because of that. Again, the Apostle Paul said to Titus in Titus 2:9, exhort servants to obey their own masters and to please them well in all things, not answering again. In other words, do your job and don't run your mouth. The last verse is 1 Peter 2:18, where Peter said, servants, be subject unto your masters with all fear, not only to the good and gentle, but also to the froward. In other words, don't just be a good worker when you have a good boss, but be a good worker no matter what the boss is. Years ago, I had a boss that cursed me every day of my life, tried to get me to quit. I refused to quit, learned his job, got a promotion, and God blessed me in my career. I never run my mouth at my boss. I just did my job. Years later, when I became a preacher and came into his area to preach a meeting, he as a lost man, thought enough of me and the way that I worked to come hear me preach. I'm sure glad I got to give that man the gospel. Years ago, when reading a survey, it said that 20 to 40% of American employees steal time on their job. 20 to 40%. It said that office employees steal 30% more time than do blue-collar workers, and that an annual loss of earnings is $120 billion annually. That is an old survey. It said that 30-year-old workers and under were the worst time thieves on the job. Reading a recent survey, the estimate loss of profit from lazy workers is now annually between $450 and $550 billion a year to the U.S. economy. Hey, let me ask you a question. Are you a worker? You better be. Are you a Christian? If you're a lazy man, please don't tell the people on your job that you're a Christian. I beg you, don't let them know that you know our Savior. If you do know our Savior, be the best worker your company has. They will notice it. Somebody will. It would be a shame for you to be a child of God and be a time thief. Think on these things today, friend, and have a great day.